What if the quantum frequency you're broadcasting right now, in this very moment, is the exact reason the life you want isn't arriving? I know that might sound counterintuitive, especially for those of us who have been diligently doing the work, the journaling, the visualizing, the affirmations. We're told to tune into the frequency of abundance, but it's like we're trying to find a specific classical music station on 107.5 FM, while our own internal transmitter is stuck broadcasting heavy metal static on 92.3. You can turn the dial all you want, but you'll never hear the symphony if you're actively broadcasting interference. This brings us to a core false belief that has kept so many brilliant creators stuck. The idea that simply imagining something vividly enough, with enough emotional intensity, will make it real. It's a piece of the puzzle, yes, but it's not the whole engine. The invisible mistake that so many of us make, the one that creates that maddening gap between our vision board and our bank account, is this. Our conscious mind is projecting a reality of wealth, health, or love. But our body, our nervous system, is broadcasting a deeply programmed frequency of fear, lack, or not yet. Think of Anna. She meditates on abundance every morning. Her vision board is a masterpiece. She can feel the leather seats of her dream car. But when an unexpected bill arrives, her stomach clenches, her shoulders tighten, and her body screams, "See? It's not safe. There's never enough." Her mind is aiming for one reality, but her body is anchored in another. What is the subtle, powerful shift that finally closes that gap for her? We'll get to that. If you're ready to stop just thinking about a new reality and start truly embodying it at a cellular level, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Here, we bridge that very gap, moving from theory into tangible, embodied truth. Here is the fundamental shift in perspective that changes the entire game. The quantum field, the universe, reality, whatever you wish to call it, doesn't respond to your desire. It doesn't respond to how badly you want something or the intensity of your plea. It responds with unwavering precision to your energetic identity. It simply mirrors the signal you are consistently broadcasting through the unified state of your being. This is where we move beyond simple visualization and into the profound practice of what we call quantum embodiment. It's the radical, yet deeply logical idea that what you embody vibrationally in your nervous system matters infinitely more than what you can picture in your mind's eye. True creation doesn't happen when your thoughts are merely positive. It happens when your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical body finally enter a state of coherence. Imagine them as three separate instruments that have finally learned to play the same note, creating a resonant harmony instead of chaotic noise. They are all broadcasting the same, clear, powerful signal into the field of potential. Think back to Anna, our friend who was doing everything right. Her mind was fantasizing about financial freedom, but her body was living in a state of somatic anxiety, of cellular memory that said, danger. The real turning point for her wasn't when she found a more powerful affirmation. The turning point was when she learned how to teach her body the actual feeling of security before the money showed up, making that feeling more familiar than her fear. She discovered that the secret isn't to work harder at attracting something from the outside, which implies separation. The secret is to meticulously, patiently, and deliberately align your internal state to match the quantum frequency of the reality you wish to experience. You stop attracting, and you start aligning. You stop wanting, and you start being. And in that subtle but profound shift from seeking to being, the entire dynamic of creation transforms from a struggle into a surrender. Let's delve deeper into how this concept of quantum frequency and energetic identity actually works. From a quantum physics perspective, the observer effect tells us that the act of observation collapses the wave function, the realm of infinite possibilities, into a definite reality. Now, consider your own being as a constant broadcaster and observer. Your dominant thoughts, the emotions that consistently color your internal landscape, and the habitual physiological states held within your body, These collectively form your energetic signature, your quantum frequency. This frequency acts as the lens through which you observe and interact with the quantum field. It's the silent command you are constantly sending out, informing the field of what you expect and, therefore, what is most likely to manifest in your experience. Think of it like this. The quantum field is an infinite ocean of potentiality. Your energetic identity is like a tuning fork, vibrating at a specific frequency. The ocean, being responsive to resonance, will naturally coalesce around the vibrations that are strongest and most consistent. If your tuning fork is vibrating with the frequency of lack, the quantum field will reflect back experiences that match that lack. But if you can intentionally and consistently tune your inner being to the frequency of abundance, that is what you will begin to observe and experience in your outer world. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's applied neuroscience meeting fundamental physics. Our brains are constantly seeking coherence. When our thoughts, emotions, and physiology are aligned, it creates a powerful, unified signal. Many people in this community are familiar with the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, who eloquently explains how the body becomes the unconscious mind. If your body is habitually bracing for scarcity, even while your conscious mind recites affirmations of wealth, your body is the one sending the stronger, more deeply ingrained message to the quantum field. You have to teach your body what the future feels like before it becomes your present reality. Consider the simple analogy of a thermostat. If you set the thermostat to 72 degrees but the actual temperature in the room is 6.5, the thermostat will keep working to bring the environment into alignment with its setting. Your energetic identity acts like that internal thermostat, regulating the vibrational temperature of your reality. Those of us on this path understand that true and lasting change comes not from constantly chasing external manifestations, but from recalibrating that internal thermostat, from shifting the core quantum frequency we are broadcasting. It's about becoming the vibrational match to the reality we desire, from the inside out. So, if this principle of quantum embodiment is so powerful, where do so many of us go wrong? The missteps are subtle and often masquerade as dedicated effort. The most common pitfall is attempting to visualize a new reality while your body remains in a state of survival. When you sit down to visualize wealth, but your nervous system is humming with the low-grade anxiety of financial insecurity, you are creating a state of profound incoherence. Your mind says, "I am abundant," but your body, your subconscious broadcast, screams, "No, we're not," and it's dangerous to pretend we are. This internal conflict doesn't send a clear signal of abundance to the quantum field. It sends a powerful signal of wanting and separation. It reinforces the very frequency of not having it. This is also where the well-meaning advice to act as if can backfire spectacularly. Many of us interpret this as a performance. We try to act like a confident, wealthy person, but we do it from a place of deep-seated lack, hoping the universe will be convinced by our charade. But the field doesn't respond to the act. It responds to the vibration underneath the act. If you've ever repeated an affirmation like, "I am worthy of love," and felt a knot of dread in your stomach, you know this feeling. The affirmation becomes a spotlight on the part of you that doesn't believe it. Your beautiful vision board, meant to inspire you, can become a daily, painful reminder of everything that hasn't arrived yet. This is the ultimate trap. We wait for external proof, the money in the bank, the partner by our side, before we give ourselves permission to truly feel secure and whole. We are essentially telling the universe, "You go first." But the law of resonance demands that we go first. We must generate the feeling, the quantum frequency of the wish fulfilled, from within, before the evidence can appear in our life. Trying to force it with mental effort alone is like trying to push a rope. It only creates resistance and exhaustion. So if you're hearing all of this and feeling a wave of recognition, maybe even a hint of frustration at all the wasted effort, I want you to just take a breath. Let that sink in for a moment. Please hear this with all the compassion it deserves. You are not failing. You haven't been doing it wrong. You are not broken, and your creative power is not flawed. You've simply been vibrating effort instead of certainty. You've been broadcasting the quantum frequency of trying instead of the frequency of being. And there is a profound liberation in that realization. The issue was never your worthiness, your dedication, or the power of your desire. It was the strategy. You've been trying to win a complex game with an incomplete rulebook, pushing with all your might when the real solution was to simply align. It's like trying to force open a locked door when the key has been in your pocket the entire time. This new path forward, the path of quantum embodiment, is gentler. It's about surrender, not force. It's about coherence, not conflict. It's about patiently teaching your body to feel safe and familiar with the very abundance you desire, so that it becomes an inevitable reflection in your outer world. It's not about doing more. It's about becoming different at a fundamental, energetic level. If this message, this reframe, has brought you even a small sense of peace or a moment of clarity, please take a second to like this video. It's a simple gesture, but it's a powerful way to help this understanding find its way to others who are also caught in that same cycle of struggle, and it lets them know a more aligned path is available for them too. Now, let's just pause here for a moment. No need to analyze or solve anything. Simply allow yourself to be present with this inquiry. I want you to ask yourself, with genuine curiosity, if what you wanted was already here, if the money, the love, the opportunity was already your reality, would your body even know how to feel it? Would you know how to hold that state of being, that ease and gratitude, without the old programming of anxiety or unworthiness immediately trying to sabotage it? Just sit with that. And a second, deeper question for people like us, those who've already started waking up to this connection between our inner and outer worlds. What part of you, deep in your cells, still vibrates separation? What part of you still believes that what you desire is out there and not already in here, waiting to be activated, even when your conscious mind is saying all the right things? The answer to that question reveals the work to be done. It points directly to the unseen shift that changed everything for Anna. It wasn't about her vision board. It was about the subtle, somatic feeling in her body when she looked at it. For those of us on this path, we know the real answers are rarely found in the mind. They are discovered in the body. So, how do we translate this understanding into practical, daily action? The beautiful thing is that changing your quantum frequency doesn't require hours of complex rituals. It requires simple, consistent recalibration. Here are 2 powerful practices you can begin today. First, start your day not with your phone or your to-do list, but with 5 minutes of dedicated nervous system regulation. This could be simple box breathing, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, or a gentle body scan meditation where you simply notice sensations without judgment. The goal isn't to force a feeling of bliss, but to bring your body out of a state of fight or flight and into a baseline state of safety and coherence. You cannot broadcast a clear frequency of abundance from a nervous system that is chronically bracing for impact. You must first establish safety as your home base. Second, practice what I call frequency moments. 2 or 3 times a day, set a quiet alarm. When it goes off, close your eyes for just 60 seconds. Don't visualize what you want. Instead, generate the core feeling of your desire as a pure sensation in your body. If you desire freedom, what does the raw sensation of freedom feel like in your chest, in your shoulders, in your breath? If you desire security, can you generate the physical feeling of being completely safe and held in your solar plexus? This simple, repeated practice trains your body, your subconscious mind, to recognize the quantum frequency of your future as a familiar, accessible state. It is the very essence of quantum embodiment. Members of our community who have committed to these small, consistent practices report the most profound changes. They share stories of feeling less internal resistance, of the desperate, wanting energy finally subsiding, and of synchronicities beginning to appear effortlessly in their lives, because their energetic broadcast is finally becoming clear and unwavering. This is the foundational work of alignment. shifting your entire being to match the life you've been dreaming of. Now, if this approach resonates, and you're looking for a structured, step-by-step container to truly integrate this into your life, to make it your default state rather than just a concept you understand, that is precisely why I created The Trail. It is a guided digital journey that organizes these principles into a coherent path. It takes you through the layers of nervous system regulation, energetic alignment, and deep somatic integration, so you can stop learning and start living from this new frequency. It's for when you're ready to make this your embodied reality. The link to learn more is right there for you in the description below. Now, as you begin to implement these practices, it is absolutely critical to understand this. You will have days where you fall back into the old frequency. You will wake up and immediately feel the grip of anxiety. You will get triggered by an email or a conversation and find yourself vibrating in a state of lack or fear. Please, hear me when I say this is not a failure. It is a completely normal and expected part of the recalibration process. For everyone walking this road, there is an oscillation. Think of it like teaching your body a new language. It won't be fluent overnight. It has years, even decades of programming to feel the old, familiar ways. The real victory for those of us on this path is not in achieving a perfect, unbroken state of high vibration. That's an unrealistic expectation that sets us up for disappointment. The true win, the real measure of your progress, is in how quickly you can recognize that you've slipped, and how gently and compassionately you can guide yourself back to your chosen alignment. It's about shortening the rebound time. Your body needs repetition and grace to learn to trust this new quantum frequency of safety and abundance. So when those moments of doubt creep in, know that you are not alone in this fluctuation. It is a shared experience within our community, a sign that you are actively rewiring your deepest patterns. The journey is the practice of returning, over and over again. As we bring this conversation to a close, I want to invite you into a small but potent symbolic action. This is your moment to make a conscious choice, to plant a flag in the ground of your new reality. Let's go back one last time to Anna, the woman from the beginning who was doing everything right but staying stuck. The final piece of her puzzle, the one that collapsed potential into reality, was a simple but profound internal decision. One day, she stopped trying to feel abundant and simply decided she was the person who embodied that state. She stopped broadcasting the frequency of wanting and chose to broadcast the frequency of being. She shifted her quantum frequency from seeking to having. She decided it was already hers. Right now, I invite you to make a similar declaration. If you feel this shift happening within you, if you are ready to move from wanting to being, I want you to anchor that intention. Go to the comments section below and type the two powerful words. It's a declaration to yourself and to the quantum field that you are now choosing to live from the frequency of the wish already fulfilled. You're not just manifesting anymore, you're becoming. Becoming the version of you who no longer waits for proof to feel aligned. You are someone who vibrates coherence before evidence, who walks in the world already tuned to the frequency of what was once only imagined. This isn't about striving. It's about stabilizing again and again in the identity of already am. And if that feels like your frequency, this is your home. This channel exists for people like you. People waking up to the deeper laws of reality and ready to live them, not just learn them. Every new video is a layer, a step, a gentle activation of the quantum embodiment that is already unfolding in you. So if this message resonates in your body, subscribe, join us, because this isn't the end, it's just the moment between frequencies. And in the next video, we'll keep expanding this journey deeper into the quantum frequency of already.